Revelation chapter 1, the revelation of Jesus Christ. Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Who are you? That is the title of this talk today, ladies and gentlemen. Who are you? Been wrestling all day with this message that the Spirit of Truth is asking me to bring forth to you, and it must be told. You must be warned. Who are you? I'm speaking to the house of Israel, those that have awakened, those that are coming into the realization and the understanding. And I also speak to those that are yet to be aware. Who are you? And that is a question that I do hope you can ask yourself, and you'll find the answer to that question once you start to study the Word of the Most High. You say that you recognize that you are Israel, and you identify with the one that has hair like wool and skin tone like brass or bronze. Revelations chapter 1, if you go through it, you will see, and there are other scriptures in the Bible. Yet, you are adorning yourself to look like the other species. And you don't want to be told, you don't want to be called out. And this is a warning that lends the question, who are you and whom do you identify with when you're wearing wigs that looks like other species, not an Israelite? When you go about to change the tones of your skin by bleaching, no one is telling you because everyone's tiptoeing around it. But this is a warning. You will have no excuse. You know, or you knew, yet you go about and you are foolishly changing whom you are, and foolishly saying that you identify with the one that has woolly hair and dark skin. I'm speaking to the ladies and the gents. Ladies and gentlemen of Israel, I'm speaking to both, because both groups are guilty. And this is a warning. This message is a warning. Who are you? You now have time to make amends before it is too late. The Father has laid this on my heart today, and it is a bit late now. and I've walked away from this message, and he keeps reminding me that I need to remind you. And yes, many will come on this channel with excuses. And I'll be the first to say, no comment is needed. Take stock, observe, make changes. Many are thinking that, oh, when the Father comes and he set things right, he will understand why we have done what we've done or what we are doing. Therefore, this lends you the opportunity not to make a change. And you are in error, Israel. This is a warning. Remove the hair that is that of the heathen, or that is that of other species of men, and be whom you were created to be. How can you be proud of whom you are, yet on the other hand, you are desperately working towards to look like the other species of men? I trust these words reach you, and I know they are not readily received, but the word of the Most High must go forth. And I would be in error not to bring this to your attention. In Genesis, when you were created, the Father said, "This is good." Obey the commandments, ladies and gentlemen. Be true to yourself. Be true to the Most High. Do not live a lie. Who are you? I hope you take stock. And this is where the Father wants this message to end, with the question, who are you, and whom will you identify with? Should he crack the sky at this very moment? Should he require your breath this very moment? What will you say? What can you say? Will you be saying, I hope he understands, when you've been given 18 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of schooling here on planet Earth? Who are you, and whose are you? Do you identify with Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 and 15? This is the encourager coming to you. I trust you'll take stock and make amends. Be blessed.